about my mother. She was an extraordinary woman. And one thing I would like to say right now is that when a woman has a child, you never know when that woman has you. You never know what that woman's going to be and how you're going to be loved by this woman. Or rather, how you as a child has to be taught how to love your mother. One thing that I do have to say, by me saying that this was an extraordinary woman, I had this particular woman in my life for a short time. And she showed me various things in my life. The reason why I'm saying that is because this woman was in my life for only 12 years. But she showed me love. And the love that she showed me, there's a gentleman, his name is Gary Chapman. He's a Christian writer. And he wrote a book of 5 love languages. And those 5 love languages were touch, gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, and acts of service. That woman showed me every single one of those things when I was 12 years old.
Amen.
And some people can say that they never experienced any of those 5 things, even to this day. But she did. She showed me touch, bodily touch, gifts, not gifts, presents. Those gifts came just whatever. Quality time, the time that she showed me before she left me at 12 years old. That quality time, oh God, I still today carry that with me.
Amen.
Words of affirmation, oh God, if you knew my mother. Those words of affirmation can come rudely, lovingly, and acts of service. I'm carrying that act of service right now.
Amen.
Carrying that on. But when she left me, of course, I was angry. Why she leave me so young? But she then had siblings. And those siblings are standing right here next to me.
Amen.
She had a sister, which is my aunt right here. She carried on those 5 love languages.
Amen.
Up to my adult life. I didn't have any siblings, but my siblings is my aunt, Clarissa. She was like a sister because we're only 5 years apart. 6 we're only 6 years apart. She was like a sister to me coming up. I didn't have a brother. And my brother is your pastor right now.
Amen.
And that brother, at the time, and I'm older than him, but that didn't kick in until he became older, where he showed me the brothership. But one thing I wanted to actually come up here and show you how best your love and receive love is how others around you receive love. So that's basically what I wanted to share with all of you. Is don't forget these 5 languages of love daily. Continue it on in your own lives. Don't ever forget that, because I got that just within 12 years.
Amen.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I, like Linda, lost my mother at a very young
was 17. And for those 17 years that I got to know her, she taught me to be the woman I am today. She taught me God. Even though at times I didn't follow it, she taught it to me. She taught me how to love, and she taught me how to appreciate. And I found something in what's called our daily bread that says Mom's finish line. And I'd just like to read this to you because it made me think of my mother, which is also my sister's mother. And this man named Jeff, his mother was ill. He sat beside her bed. He held her hand. He sang her hymns. He comforted her and expressed his love for her. When she passed away at the funeral, he said what a blessing his mother had been. She was gifted in Bible teaching, counseling, and others, and she led in prayer groups. There are virtual parts of serving Christ that he experienced until the end of her life. She finished strong for Christ, but what he did to honor his mother's life, he raced and he thanked God for her life, and he grieved her loss. When he crossed the finish line, Jeff pointed his fingers to heaven and said, where my mom is, and that's where my mother is, in heaven. And she follows me every day, her spirit. Amen. And she guides me. And at the end, he was honored with words that reminded him of the Apostle Paul. And it says, I fought a good fight. I've finished the race. I've helped keep the faith. Finally, there is laid up for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord will give me on that day. And I hope, Mom, I will see you. Amen. Oh, my Lord. Everyone, my mother has been gone over 40 years. She taught us many things. Most precious was the love that she gave each one of us and her grandchildren. My sister was a jack of all trades like my mother. Anything you ask them to do, they can do. The most important thing is that they have a love of God in their hearts. Amen. And they shared that with us. Yeah. There are days you didn't want to be bothered with all that stuff. She'll give you a look, straighten up. You know, so many things, even though it's been 40 years ago, you still remember. You still hear that voice. You remember the things you should be doing that she said don't do. And you remember the touch. No, physically, no. But here and here you remember. This part that I want to read is the Proverbs woman. That represents to me, and I'm pretty sure all of you, about your mom. I'm just going to read a little bit because I'll be up here all day. Linda, you moved my place. Yeah, I had this thing marked over there. Let me see about a little minute. We keep it real too. You can tell by your pastor. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all, Mama. Charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeting. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Amen. Honor her for all that her
hands have done. And let her work bring her praise to you and everyone, and even in the city gates. Thank you, Mama, for us. We're still standing, stumbling, bumbling, and falling. But you taught us how to love and to love God.